The EV market in America is in collapse. Q1 2026 sales dropped 27% year over year. Q4 of last year dropped 36%. Almost every major automaker saw their EV sales fall 60 to 70% or more. Honda canceled their entire upcoming EV lineup. Stellantis took $26 billion in EV-related losses. Ford lost $19 billion. The federal EV tax credit is gone. Sales are down everywhere except 3 specific brands that are quietly crushing it. While their competitors are pulling back, panicking, and writing off billions, these 3 brands are growing, expanding, and stealing market share. Today on Nick's Car Review, I am breaking down the 3 brands that are actually winning in the EV market collapse and what it means for you as a buyer. Let's get into it. The first brand absolutely winning right now is Cadillac. And this one is genuinely surprising because Cadillac was almost a punchline in the luxury world for the last 2 decades. They struggled to compete with BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. They were losing relevance with younger buyers. Their EV efforts before the Lyriq launched were essentially non-existent. And now, in 2026, Cadillac has quietly become the #1 luxury electric vehicle manufacturer in America by sales volume. Let me say that again. Cadillac is now #1 in luxury EV sales. They beat BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Lexus, Genesis, Porsche, and yes, even Tesla in the premium EV segment. 3 Cadillac electric vehicles landed in the top 10 best-selling luxury EVs in the 3rd quarter of 2025. The Lyriq, the Aptique, and the Vistique all made the list. And while most automakers saw their EV sales collapse in Q1 2026, Cadillac actually grew year over year. They are one of the rare brands posting positive sales numbers in the entire EV market. How did this happen? Cadillac built out a complete electric lineup at multiple price points. The Lyriq starts at the higher end of the segment. The Aptique came in at around $50,900 to bring a more accessible entry point. The Vistique filled the 3-row family luxury slot, and the Escalade IQ owned the ultra-premium end of the lineup. Most importantly, Cadillac is attracting conquest sales buyers, coming directly from BMW, Mercedes, and Audi to switch to Cadillac. That is the holy grail of luxury automotive growth. Add Super Cruise, hands-free, driving on most models, premium American craftsmanship, and the legacy of the Cadillac badge, and you have a brand that is genuinely peeling buyers away from the established European competition. While everyone else retreats, Cadillac is taking ground. The second brand absolutely crushing it in the EV market collapse is Toyota. And this one is the most ironic story in the entire automotive industry right now. For years, Toyota was openly mocked by the rest of the industry for refusing to commit fully to electric vehicles. While Ford, Stellantis, Honda, GM, and Volkswagen were all racing to build full EV lineups, Toyota was insisting that hybrids were the smart bridge technology. Critics called Toyota slow, outdated, behind the curve, stuck in the past. And then the EV market collapsed, and suddenly Toyota's strategy looks like genius. Here is what happened. Toyota refreshed the BZ for 2026 with massive improvements over the previous generation. New range, faster charging, better interior, and then they launched it into a market where everyone else was retreating. The result? The Toyota BZ became the best-selling non-Tesla EV in the country in Q1 2026. Sales of the BZ nearly doubled year over year, with over 10,000 units sold in a single quarter. While competitors saw their EV sales crater by 60 to 90%, Toyota's BZ went the complete opposite direction. And here is what makes the Toyota story even bigger. They are not stopping with the BZ. Toyota has 3 new electric models launching this year alone. The smaller BZ Compact, the 3-row Highlander EV, and a refreshed flagship coming. Their entire EV strategy is finally ramping up at exactly the moment when buyers are looking for stability and trust over flash and hype. And nobody has more brand trust in the automotive industry than Toyota. Why is Toyota winning right now? 3 reasons. First, the BZ is genuinely a much better car after the refresh. Real range improvements, real charging speed, real cabin updates. It addresses every major complaint of the previous generation. Second, Toyota has been aggressive with incentives, up to $7,000 in factory discounts, plus 0% APR financing on many configurations. When you stack those together, the effective transaction price drops well below $30,000 in many markets. That is essentially economy car money for a brand new electric SUV from the most trusted automaker on the planet. Third, and this is the most important reason, Toyota represents safety in an uncertain market. When buyers see Honda canceling their EV lineup, Stellantis taking billions in losses, and startup brands going bankrupt, they get nervous. They want to buy from a company that will definitely be around in 10 years to support their car. Toyota is exactly that company. The Toyota badge means dependability, longevity, and a service network that is everywhere in America. For an EV buyer in 2026 who is scared of the market chaos, Toyota is the safe choice, and that safety is translating into real sales growth. The bigger lesson here is genuinely fascinating. While the rest of the industry was racing to make a statement about being committed to EVs, Toyota was patiently waiting for the market to mature. They refused to be embarrassed by going slow. They took the criticism. They built out their hybrid empire while everyone else gambled on pure EVs. And now, in 2026, with the EV market in crisis and consumers more skeptical than ever, Toyota's measured approach looks brilliant. Their first real EV launch is the best-selling non-Tesla EV in the country. Their hybrid lineup is dominating mainstream sales. And they have multiple new EVs launching while their competitors retreat. Toyota was not slow on EVs. They were waiting for the right moment, and that moment is right now. The number one brand absolutely dominating in the EV market collapse is Tesla. And this one is going to surprise some people because the Tesla narrative in the news has been pretty negative lately. The Cybertruck recalls the Model S and Model X getting discontinued, stock volatility, brand controversy. You would think Tesla is struggling, but the actual sales numbers tell a completely different story. In Q1 2026, when almost every other EV brand saw sales collapse 60 to 70%, the Tesla Model Y went the opposite direction. Model Y sales surged in the first quarter. And here is the genuinely shocking stat. 1 out of every 3 EVs sold in America in Q1 was a Tesla Model Y. 1 out of 3. That single model alone accounts for more EV sales than most automakers move across their entire lineup combined. Tesla also won back significant market share that they had been losing through 2025. While Honda, Ford, and Stellantis took massive write-downs and pulled back, Tesla quietly rebuilt their dominance. How is this happening when everything else is collapsing? 3 reasons. First, the refreshed Model Y is genuinely a better car than the previous generation. Quieter cabin, improved ride quality, better build quality, refined interior materials. Tesla addressed many of the long-standing complaints that buyers had with the older Model Y. And the result is a vehicle that finally lives up to its premium price point. Second, the supercharger network is the most important infrastructure advantage in the entire EV market. While other brands struggle with charging anxiety from their customers, Tesla owners simply plug in and the network works. Every single time, in every state, with expansion now allowing other brands to use superchargers through NACS adapters. Tesla is even monetizing their charging network from competitors' customers. They are winning the charging war while everyone else fights about who can charge where. Third, scale and pricing. Tesla can build the Model Y at a lower per unit cost than almost any competitor can match. That means Tesla can drop prices, offer aggressive financing, and stack incentives in ways that smaller automakers simply cannot afford to do. When buyers walk into a dealer looking for value, the Model Y often wins on pure pricing math. But the bigger Tesla story is what they represent in a chaotic EV market. While Honda canceled programs, Stellantis abandoned strategies, and startups went bankrupt, Tesla never wavered from its core focus. They simplified the lineup. They focused on the Model Y and Model 3 as their volume drivers, and they let the rest of the market collapse around them while quietly improving their flagship products. That focused execution is exactly what wins in a downturn. The Tesla Model Y is the best-selling electric vehicle in America by a massive margin, and it is widening that lead while competitors retreat. So here is the practical question. What does all of this actually mean for you as a buyer? 3 big takeaways. First, stability matters more than ever right now. Toyota, Tesla, and Cadillac are the 3 brands you can buy from in 2026 with the highest confidence that they will still be supporting your vehicle in 10 years. Honda, Stellantis, and several other automakers are in genuine turmoil. Buying an EV from a struggling brand means risking warranty support, parts availability, software updates, and resale value. The 3 winners on this list are the safest bets in a chaotic market. Second, this is genuinely the best buyer's market for EVs in years. With sales collapsing and incentives stacking up, the deals available right now from these 3 brands are remarkable. The Toyota BZ can be had effectively under $30,000 with stacked incentives. The Cadillac Lyriq has aggressive lease deals available. The Tesla Model Y is more affordable than it has been at any point in years. If you have been waiting for the right time to make the EV jump, this is it. Third, ignore the noise about the EV market dying. The headlines about EV sales collapse make it sound like the entire industry is finished. The reality is that the industry is restructuring. The weak brands are getting weeded out. The strong brands are taking over. And for buyers, that means more choice, better products, and lower prices from the automakers that are actually committed to electric vehicles for the long haul. The EV market is not dead. It is simply consolidating around the winners. Toyota, Tesla, and Cadillac are the 3 winners. They are the brands you can trust right now. And while everyone else is panicking, these 3 are quietly building the future of the American EV market. I am Nick, this has been Nick's Car Review, and I will see you in the next one.